it's very generous.
What was
Always
that,
gives
Maheka?
out the Granddad Godmoju is very generous. He always gives out the megaphone. That's
Yes,
nice.
yes. He's got lots of megaphones in those pockets. Well,
Yeah.
it's 3:05. Let's get moving here, and the late people will just have to catch up. So again, welcome here to Open Mic. Glad to see everybody. This week's topic is poetry, brought to you by our very own Woofers. So it was Woofer's suggestion, and how could you refuse a request like that? That's what I said. So I am. Personally, I'm not a huge poetry aficionado. I certainly appreciate a good rhyme and a good poem, and songwriting across the musical realms is poetry. And I got to thinking about poetry, and it really encompasses a lot of different medium. So media, I should say, and it's just once you start looking around, you see the rhyme, you see the music in everyday statements. It's a very nice thing. So I just wanted to, before I handed the mic over to Woofers, I wanted to tell you my favorite poem. It's by E. Cummings. I'm sure you've all heard of him. He's the guy who wrote in lowercase. That's right. That's right. So one of my favorite poems, and it's easy to remember, is about Professor Higgins. So Professor Higgins is with us no more, for what he thought was H2O was H2SO4. And that is my favorite poem of all time. I tell you, I just love that thing. So, on that note, I bring you our very own Woofers, and take it away, Woofers. I would like to just ask you a couple of questions before you go solo here. So, what you did request today's topic, and so why was that?
Yeah. Well, I don't. Well, I've written some stuff in the past, not really like anything spectacular, but I've written some stuff, and I just thought it'd be cool to kind of see if any of you guys, do poetry or like any type of writing really, and I just kind of wanted to hear it and see what you guys
Excellent.
got. Yeah.
Very good. That's a great reason. That's a great reason. So, you have a poem you'd like to tell us about?
Gosh, I have so many.
So you write your
I-
own work. I mean, in addition to having some
yeah,
favorites. Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
And you've written those your whole for a while now.
Well, not like for a while. I mean, I was going through a really bad breakup last year, and I wrote a few poems about it. Nothing like crazy, but
That's an
yeah.
interesting point, actually. The times that I have written poems, it's been during emotional stress, breaking up or, a love problem or something. It's interesting how poetry comes out there, doesn't it? It feels good to put down in words your emotions like that and make a rhyme, and it somehow makes it a little bit better. So I'll just let you tell us
Well,
your
you wanted me
your
to go
story.
first?
I do want you to
Oh
go first
gosh.
because that's what happens when you suggest a topic, and you gotta carry the show that day. So that'll be a lesson to you, but I'm sure
All
you'll do
right.
just fine.
All right. Oh gosh, I'm nervous. Okay.
Woofers.
Yeah,
Um,
woofers, we're all behind you. Don't worry about it.
this one I named it Hurt. I know it sounds like super edgy, but yeah. Okay. It's kind of short, but all right. Their being together was catastrophic. For the sake of their humanity, they had to part their ways. But before leaving, he gave her a part of his heart. This is the secret of how the moon glows in the dark. And that's it.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very nice. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Nothing
So
special.
the boyfriend left you a piece of his heart in the dark.
Oh yeah.
See, again, poetry is full of imagery. I love that. That's another thing. I'm a visual person, so I do like poetry for that.
Yeah. All right. Somebody else go now.
All right. So, anybody else out there want to come up and rhyme a few words or tell us a bit
Henry's
about
gonna rap.
poetry?
Henry's gonna rap. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go,
rap something.
Henry.
Yeah, I think it'll be a text rap if I'm not mistaken. He's texting there, as we can see. It's nice to see people think here in Sansar with the little text rap bubble. You
That's
know,
good.
so we can go on and drink coffee, have tea, and see when they're ready. Oh, it looks like he's almost ready to post there. Oh, excuse me, 1 second. Telephone.
Oh.
Posted
Poetry on the line.
Well, I still wanna. You should still try to type it. I mean, we all want to see what you got or what you wrote. I think it'd be fun to
Can
read
you
it.
do it in Portuguese?
Yeah.
Yeah, Portuguese would be fine.
It's a beautiful language.
It is a beautiful language.
Yep.
All right. Well, Henry, you work on that, Henry, and we'll just move on to anybody else that has a few lines you'd like to come up and tell. Come
Yes,
on up, Granddad. No stranger to the open mic stage.
Nope.
Yay, Granddad.
Hey, Granddad. Good to see you again.
All right, again, it's like you said, poetry. Since I've written lots of songs, and they almost all have liquor and women and other Texas-related stuff in it. So, first one I'm called was again, like I said, it's about relationships, and it's called "I'm Just a Phase You're Passing Through." I'm not a
title.
I'm not a knight on a horse. I'm just a singer, of course. Nothing more, nothing less than you see. So please don't misconstrue my intentions towards you. I'm just a phase you're passing through. I'm just a phase you're passing through. When it's done, I'll be a memory to you. It's like staying out late and coming home used. I'm just a phase you're passing through. Why don't you tell me again that you need a friend? I don't doubt that. It's probably true. But it may not be me, and why can't you see? I'm just a phase you're passing through. When it's all said and done, I may not be the one. We're both lonely, so what can we do? So hold me all night, though we know it's not right, because I'm just a phase that you're passing through. So,
Wow.
Yeah, very good, Granddad. I could hear a guitar accompanying that one.
Twangy.
So
that's a
excellent.
lot more thoughtful than my songs usually are, so,
When did you write that, Granddad?
Oh, long time ago, like 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 30 years ago.
Wow.
Before marriage or
Before marriage, definitely.
Yeah, so
Whoa.
was well, no, I mean it could be, you know.
That was the phase that wasn't passed through.
Yeah, it was just a phase my wife was passing through, but thank goodness.
So many things could be said here, Rag.
Yeah, the other one,
yes.
or I got a couple others. Here's one called, it's more in line with most of the other stuff I do, that happy nights come out of pints. Waking in the morning to a rain of light adorning, my aching head, my empty bed, and me. My empty stomach growls a warning that I've made it one more morning, but Jesus, I swear, as I brush my hair, it looks like yesterday to me. I crash into the shower, long on pain, but short on power, to make changes in the strangeness I've contrived. If I could, I'd die unhappy, but my remaining strengths have trapped me. So I'll stumble on, I'll be here and then gone, and I'll live until I die. So hello world and pretty girls, I'm on the street once more, walking, going nowhere, stopping at the liquor store. Happy nights come out of pints, and some of them are free. But when it's done, you pray someone will rock you off to sleep. Each day is a bit more dreary. I get less stoned and more mind weary. On a treadmill of my own will, all alone. But when I think I must forget, I just light up a cigarette and remember all the good times that I've known. Ta-da.
Very nice. I got another
love,
good
the,
one.
love the treadmill of my own will. That's great.
Yeah.
Great lines. Great lines. Great rhymes. Great lines.
Great line,
Oh,
yeah. One more. Let's see. This would be a good one here. I've got, of
Hey, you know
course,
what,
unlike
Granddad?
most songwriters, I have a list. I have a book that's a 3-inch binder full of lyrics.
Granddad, just stand by, please.
Okay.
I do want to get to Henry's
Sure.
Poem that
Oh, did
he
Henry?
was
Did
able-
Henry?
Henry
do it?
wrote
Okay.
a poem in Portuguese and translated it too. So
All right.
does somebody read Portuguese here? Henry, you want to tell us in Portuguese what that sounds like?
Yeah, do it. Do it.
He can't do voice right now. Kids asleep.
Okay, if he can't do voice, oh yeah, is he on? No. Anyhow, I guess I cannot read. I'm not going to attempt to read it in Portuguese. So
The only one I can do is voce. That's it. After that, I can't read any of it.
yeah. Oh, well, we'll read it out loud then. So this is Henry, and do you know? And he did a rhyme on the fly here. So in Portuguese it rhymes perfectly, but here it's the sentiment. So do you know Smurfette? That blonde driving the Corvette, that's called me a kid in the middle of the snack bar. So there you go. Thank you, Henry. Very good.
Yeah.
It is tough translating poetry through language, among languages, and on the fly. That's a very good job. So hey, you get a free cup of coffee.
Here you go.
Nice.
Here you go.
And that's a plug for the Music Oasis Cafe. Coffee, tea, and pleasantry. See, I tell you, I got to stay away from poetry for sure. So, let's see. Granddad, I didn't mean for you to go sit down, but if you want to come back up and tell the rest of your story, unless you want to just save the best for last, and if somebody would like to come up, you're certainly welcome.
I'm still waiting for the best.
Yeah, aren't we all, right? Yeah.
I'll say a couple more. I'll have a couple more I picked out.
Come on up. Nobody's jumping up here, so.
You know what's really hard? It's hard to when you have lyrics to read them like a poem because you want to sing it.
Well, you could sing them. Go ahead.
No, I'm not going to sing it. Forget it. A cappella, come on. It's hard enough when I'm playing with an instrument. All right, this one was called. I wrote was kind of a biop, or that's not what you call it. It's called Johnny Walker Martin, and Johnny Walker. You know what Johnny Walker is, and Martin is a guitar.
That's
So
my
this,
drug of choice when I drink.
yeah, so it's kind of about me since it's about Johnny Walker and Martin, which is my guitar. So Johnny Walker Martin got buried just this Monday. They put him in the ground at 3:30. About his future, I can't speak, but I know about his past. And what's wasting him is waiting round, and it's going to waste me. I met him at the liquor store at 4 every day when we'd put what we had together and try to score in any way. That we could, sometimes we couldn't, but a lot of the time we could. It wasn't good, clean living, but Jesus, don't you know it was good. When I met him, he was living in a cardboard house in Taos, New Mexico, reading D.H. Lawrence and drinking I.W. Harper. When he first shook my hand, he said, "I'll tell you, man, there's one thing I know. Old D.H. is pretty sharp, but I.W. makes him sharper." I.W. Harper, by the way, is a good whiskey if you don't know what it is. As he got older, the winters got colder, and the wine won't keep you warm. The ladies won't stay because you can't pay the bills. But Jay always said, either you're old or you're dead. You won't miss what you never had. But of the books and the bottles, he never got his fill. J.W. was a working man till he gave his heart away to a lady who lied and tried to make him pay for everything that she'd bring home while he was there alone. Not a big enough fool to make a good tool. 20 years later, she was gone. Bum, 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 bum. So that's depressing.
I could listen to you
here's
all
Lacey,
day.
as Lacey here,
Yeah.
Lacey's here. She'll know about this one. It in yeah, I say in Texas. In Texas, there's when winter storms come through in our area of Texas, they're called blue northers, and they come rolling through and makes everything cold. So this is called blue northers and snowstorms. If the whiskey don't kill me, I figure the winter will. You know how it chills me and fills me with sorrow. I fall from my feet like the leaves from the trees every night, the burned out ends of tomorrow. Sometimes I get up, sometimes I cannot. It makes a little different in accepted terms of time. But I'm not complaining. I got what I paid for. For if it's hurt me, at least it's been mine. So I'll have a drink to blue northers and snowstorms. They slash me like hell, but I know I'm alive. So sit down here, lady. I won't steal your money. Please take me to heaven one more time before I die. If I should make it through the darkest of seasons, there must be some reasons for why I go on. I go on for the songs and the cigarette smoke, for the liquor and the girls, all alone. So, I guess everything I write is depressing.
I mean, same.
Excellent.
So.
Nice.
Yeah. Very nice.
Thank you very much, Granddad. That was great. Great. The talents of this Sansar crowd is just very, very broad and deep. And so, for you latecomers, today's subject is poetry. And welcome. And I'm Rag, host of the weekly open mic here. And with my able assistant Woofers here, we'll hope to keep you entertained, well informed, and leave with a little bit of warmth in your heart. So, anyhow, Woofers, what do you think? You want to tell us another poem
Sure,
there
yeah.
from the archives?
Yeah. All right, whatever, the mic can be tall. Okay. This one is called Dark Moon. Super edgy again. All right. He hugged her hard, a dark sense, weariness filled her. She tried to conjure up images, a bright moon. She could see him sitting in it, bare-chested, eyes dark and dangerous. She determined to shed the image as she shed her clothes. She didn't need him, but she would adjust. That's it.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Sexy.
Very deep.
Great.
Yeah, really.
Oh,
Oh, you got someone.
Yeah,
I know,
very
yeah,
good.
go ahead.
Hello, Second Life veteran. Welcome to the poetry stage here.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to say that all of you guys are fat and
I
all of
knew
you
it.
guys don't have jobs. Woo!
So that's
Especially
an
Lacey. Ha ha ha.
I had a
an
feeling. I
interesting
just had a
poem.
feeling.
I did too. I did too.
Yeah, I tell you, those multiple avatars are just amazing. So anyhow, we
I
had to
will
have a
go.
visit with a weekly grief. Otherwise, we wouldn't feel right, I guess.
If only
I
could
bring
go
you
around
Dr.
Facebook.
Fran.
Yeah. Okay. Hi,
There we go.
everybody. I beg your forbearance because I really do like poetry, but I was feeling snarky when I wrote these a little bit ago. So these are 4 different poems, very short, with different genres. Number 1 is
Okay.
haiku. Haiku. Open mic on poems, a subject that intrigues me. Too short to tell here. So that was haiku.
Very
We're
nice.
now going to Iambic Pentameter. I really hate this kind of meter. It gives me a feeling that nothing is sweeter than prose in all its wordy glory that tells a more and richer story. Okay, next is
Very good.
artsy free. I just did these before I got here.
These are
Artsy
great.
free,
These are fantastic.
artsy free verse. I might be in anguish. and you will know by my pithy sighs and my emo clothes. I worry not for meter, nor for anything beyond the pain of feeling. That's the point, you see, to show you all what you want to perceive in these words in verse. The end. I'm getting an echo, which is disturbing. Okay, and then the last one in honor of Henry, because he showed up and reminded us of another genre. I am here today because of Henry, who reminds me that rap is poetry. That poetry is me, and so I say I'm free to rap to you today because I have so much to say. The end. Thank you.
Fantastic, fantastic. Dr. Fran, star of the house here. I tell you, that was on the fly, ladies and gentlemen. That is just incredible talent right there.
Henry
Very nice. Thanks for
inspired me.
sharing that with
Thank you,
us,
Henry.
Dr. Fran. And so, yeah, write some more for the end of the show. That'd be great. Yeah. Because here we are at 3:26, and we need some more volunteers. We got another hour to go here, and we'd love to hear from your deepest thoughts through poetry, or tell a story about a poem. It doesn't have to be a poem. It could be about a poet.
Anthony, I think Anthony's coming up here.
Come on up, Anthony. Anthony,
Man,
making
my first day in
making the-
San, so I wasn't reading any poetry.
There you go. Anthony's looking for those steps. I'm blocking them, so
There
I
you
better
go.
get out of the way here. Yeah. Hey, Anthony, welcome.
Okay, yeah.
Your mic's not on,
All
but
right, can you hear me now?
yes,
Yes,
now
sir.
we can.
Yes. All right. So, Mike, sorry, I apologize. My computer at home is limited. I'm not at the studio, so I'm running with a limited graphics card and struggling.
Okay, you
to
sound
see.
great. You sound
Awesome.
great.
That's good to know. This is my first time, so I'm glad I found this event. I actually do open mics in Seattle, Washington, live before COVID. I host them, so yeah. So I'm pretty excited to be here. Anyway, I wanted to do a piece that actually follows the last artist really well, because I'm both a poet as well as a musician that makes hip hop. And I think that the two are intrinsically linked. And so, one, thank you for sharing that beautiful piece. And two, I'll go ahead and share mine. This is basically what inspired the album that I just released. And it sort of started as poetry and then turned into music. And this was the first piece that I wrote. It's called Fading Memories. So it goes like this. Quick to enlist with the flick of a wrist, fading memories evading while I'm bathing in bliss. I reminisce of moments spent with those that I miss, cherish the image in my mind like an unopened gift. I just wish that we could sit and talk for a minute, but now you're physically gone, so impossible is it. Obstacles in this never-ending scrimmage called existence. We're fighting for the freedom to see our dreams that are finished, living life vivid, a view through technicolor vision, a skewed truth burned blue into wisdom. At a loss for words, at last I'd like to win some. It seems I miss you even more every time that I mention. These dark clouds are hanging over my head. I walked around in the sun, the only one getting wet. Cold rain on my thoughts, say what needs to be said. So I speak about the memories of you and the rest. I've lost less than some, surely more than most. I put down the drink, but I would like to make a toast, specifically for every soul already gone ghost. I wrote this in a scepter for summer Pacific coast. Just because I'm living doesn't mean I'm not missing you. Wishing you were here with me, standing there visual. Like a tear in time, I smile at the rituals. Things I think daily to keep the fleeting image true. Gently it be that I breathe over the beat. Try to live beneath the city, underground for the streets. Those who live inside society and hear these simple sounds need to start their silent rioting by living life loud. You'll miss the moments when they're melancholic memories. Life is your opponent for the greatest fight in history. Lies can drown the simple sounds of your symphony. Visions of peace, my realizations sent to me. Used to feel empty, awakened every day depressed, knowing I would witness pain and have to go to sleep a mess. Deny nightmares, then break out in a cold sweat. Trying to stifle fears, we're frightful of our own flesh. And how improbable is it to play the lotto and win it, or start the race late and be first to the finish? Birth of an instant where your worth is persistent and intelligent wisdom is presented to children. They call us pilgrims, we're the pioneers of the promised land. Overcome the old, build a new from within our hands. We walk a path long, learn how to set a pace. Although now you're gone, never will I forget your face. Fading memories.
Wow. Very, very impressive. Very nice.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You can find that if you just Google search Bad Made Beautiful, you'll find that album which has that piece on it. So.
Oh, you know,
guys
if
so
you
much.
wish, if you wish, Anthony, you could post a link here in
Oh
chat.
yeah, I will.
In chat.
I'll do that. I will do that. I'll copy
Great.
paste a link to my Bandcamp. Thank you guys so much.
Excellent. Yes, no problem. Come back anytime. If you got another one, come back. And yes, I'm so impressed. It was like a history lesson there and a
Right?
social history lesson. I know. It was amazing. Amazing. What talent. So you heard my one poem that I know before, so I'm out of poems. So I desperately need somebody to come up here and pour their heart out. It's a simple matter, pouring your heart out in front of friends. So don't worry. You
Can I
can.
pour my heart out? Do you mind?
Oh no, do we mind? Of course not.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh, was that the same person?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. She blocked me right away, so I know. Yeah, dumb.
Well, with patience, we could maybe tame this beast. Who knows? We'll find out.
Kill her with
So, anyhow, today's subject on poetry, and we just had a poetic griefer leave us again. So, we'll have to make some griefing poems and
Oh yeah.
put that on the list here. Let me write that down.
I love it.
Very good, Lacey.
Is
That's
that a user?
thinking on the fly. That's what we appreciate up here at the Music Oasis. So yes, sad
Is that a
indeed.
user or an abuser? That's the start of my grief
Sometimes
report.
they're the same.
Yeah, right.
Why don't you leave
Can't
here?
lose what you never
griefer?
had. So, well, first, I hope you have your notebook wide open and are searching for another long written poem on there. You don't have many. Well,
No.
wow.
Yeah.
So, anybody else out there while Wolfers is searching her little book there of poetry?
Oh, Wally. Hey, Wally.
Hey, Wally must have some poems in his back pocket there.
Yeah.
Or not. We have all right, Wolfers, you're on.
All right.
You're on the spot. Dun, dun, dun. Our own Woofers, ladies and gentlemen.
Fix that. Okay. This one's super short. No pain can stay, no pleasures last. Cry not, my love, it too shall pass.
Very good. Very
Yeah.
nice. Yeah. Very nice. It's very, very nice. I know it's like a little glimpse into your heart there. It's very nice. Very poetic. It's interesting though on poetry. You tend to, like, if you're feeling blue and you just broke up your love and your heart aches, you write a poem and it helps you feel better. But when when things are going great, you're having a great time, do you write a poem then? Most of the time you need it for not a crutch in a bad way, but you need something if you're trying to ease that pain in your heart. But when you're really happy, isn't that interesting? I mean, I'm just thinking out loud here. Are most poems centered around a grief or a difficult emotion as opposed to happiness and a pleasure?
I think there are a lot of times they're just life experiences. That's why mine are all about drinking.
And mine would be about raking leaves. I mean, that's about what it comes down to these days, is raking leaves. It's not poetic, not interesting, but hey, that's life.
I would listen to it. It's okay.
Okay, here, I'll try to do it here. Here we go. Here we go.
He's quite
lovely. That was
yes,
great.
thank you. I've been working on that.
Is that an original? It's an original, right?
It is original, copyright Rags, 2020. So, all right. So, who's got a real heartbreaker poem out there, written in the throes of a Meheka?
Come on.
Oh, he's sneaking out of here. Okay, sneaking back in. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, a man that needs no introduction, Meheka.
Yep.
Thank you. I think I need to prepare a little bit. And when some of my family were stationed in the U.S. Can you hear me anyway?
It's breaking up a little bit.
Just a little bit, okay. But as I said, my family was stationed in the U.S., New York and New Jersey, and I visited them at Christmas season. And my cousins, they were so eager to introduce me to this gentleman from whom I'm gonna read a poem now. Did I ever tell you that Miss McCabe had 23 sons and she named them all Dave? Well, she did, and that wasn't a smart thing to do. You see, when she was one and calls out, "Yoo-hoo, come into the house, Dave," she doesn't get one. All 23 days of hers come on the run. This makes things quite difficult at the caves, as you can imagine, with so many days. And often she wishes that when they were born, she had named one of them Booking Van Horn, and one of them Hoosfoos, and one of them Snim, and one of them Hotshot, and one Sonny Jim, and one of them Shadrach, and one of them Blinky, and one of them Stuffy, and one of them Stinky, another one Pot, another one Moonface, another one Marvin O'Gravel Balloon Face, and one of them Sticky, and one Soggy Muff, one Buffalo Bill, and one Buffalo Buff, and one of them Sleepy, and one Beepy Weep, and one Pescatus, and one Harry Tweed, and one of them Sir Michael Carmichael Sut, and one of them Oliver Bolivar Butt, and one of them Zanzibar Buck McFate. She did not do it, and now it's too late. So now I'm asking you, can you get to this? Who wrote this poem? No? Well, it's Dr. Seuss, of course.
Very nice. Yeah, it had that feeling in there. That's great. If you could post a reference to that, the lyric, the wording was great. You broke up a little bit, so we lost some words there, but it's very cool. Dr. Seuss, I love it.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I went to the US and got to know that man because I saw all his movies. I read a lot of books that I got sent to from the family, so it was really great.
Awesome. Dr. Seuss as ambassador of the United States. I love it, and good way to practice your English too. So, thank you very much, Miyako. Great.
Thanks, Miyako.
Excellent. Yeah, Dr. Seuss had a couple of rhymes in his work. So, if you're not familiar with Dr. Seuss, Google it and spend the next 5 years catching up.
Yeah. Oh, the places you'll go.
That's right. So, we have plenty of time here for another wonderful exposition on poems or poetry. Your favorite poem, a story about a favorite poet, or a poetic experience, even anything related to poetry. Fiocca.
Yay.
Come on up. Hello there.
Sophia.
All right, so no poetry is complete without haiku. So, growing up, I had an unfortunate experience at the age of 4 of getting lost in a retail store mannequin section. Gave me nightmares to the age of 7. So this is a haiku about that, written by Martin Shea. The long night of the mannequins snow falling. That's it.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you.
That image of being a kid lost in a mannequin warehouse or something. It's like all these people, all these
At
ghosts.
first I thought he said Anakin, and I was wondering where that was from.
No, this is not a Star Wars poem.
Well, thanks a lot. That was great, Fioka. Thank you very much for contributing here today.
Yeah, thanks.
You get a complimentary cup of Music Oasis coffee. It's dark, it's deep, and it comes with a little bit of sugar if you want. All right, so
were you an ad man in your former life?
What's that? An ad man? No, I'm just trying to get through an hour and a half of material here without anything written down. So whatever comes to mind, I guess we'll just go with that. And I have to plug Music Oasis too. While we're here, after all, so can't forget who's paying our bills here, right? So. All right. So anybody else that hasn't come up here today, I encourage you, come on up and give us a yarn, give us a story, give us a line or two, make a rhyme. Make a rhyme. We'll give you time. We'll drop a dime and to give you a rhyme. Yeah. One thing you don't want to hear me do is try to write a poem. It's not one of my strong suits.
Me hecka again.
Me hecka.
First mic on. So you heard me all say this before. It's for children rhyme. It's from England. 1, 2, it's a shoe. 3, 4, it's a door. 5, 6, clickety click. 7, 8, it's a gate. 9, 10, it's a hen. 11, 12, begin again. Thank you.
Nice.
Very nice.
I love it. Thank you, Macca. That was great. That's fantastic. So simple. I think real genius takes taking these simple lines and just making it into a poem. Just wonderful.
Yeah. I remember our English teacher started us with this rhyme. Yeah.
A good way to learn any language, I would imagine. Even Portuguese, right, Henry? So, are there any other poems lurking in the shadows here? Sneaking around the tables? Trying to get up here on stage?
Granddad, maybe?
I see a granddad. Oh, come on up.
After him, but I'm looking for it on my notes, so give me a moment.
Okay, relaxation. Thanks. We'll get granddad here. Our veteran poet by now.
As I went through my lyrics book here, I guess I've written dozens and dozens, actually hundreds of songs, but at only 2 subjects I appear to have covered.
Let me guess.
One is failed relationships, and the other is liquor. And now I start to think to myself, I wonder if there's any connection here.
Hey, you could
go ahead.
You could do worse.
Yeah, this one is called "Deliciously Cruel." Well, you say that I'm heartless, dear. That's not true. Because I've got clogged arteries and high blood pressure too. I can't feel my left arm, so I guess that proves that I am not heartless, though I may be soon. You say I have no feelings, but dear, that's not true. Because every time I have pizza, I feel like a brew. I'm glad when I'm dead drunk. I feel sad when I'm blue. And when I first met you, you used to let me feel you. What? I know I'm wrong. That's why this song makes me seem like a fool. I guess it's not a song, my poem. I guess that you're right. Why do I fight? Because you're so deliciously cruel. You say that I'm selfish. Now that may not be true. I take myself out to movies and I buy myself food. I've got an id and an ego. I've got a super ego too. But if that makes me selfish, then Sigmund Freud was a fool. You say that I'm insensitive. Now what the hell does that mean? Why don't you take some initiative and explain it to me? I've got 5 damn good senses, but I'd gladly give up 3. To not hear, see, or smell you would be just fine with me. Oh, that's cool.
Burn.
Okay, one more.
Have another shot.
One more with liquor, which I am much more positive about. Well, I'm wasted. The whites of my eyes are as red as a new barn door. Wasted. All of my troubles don't seem so bad anymore. Well, I'm looking through Alice in Wonderland eyes. Face in the mirror, it looks hypnotized. I've never been this wasted before. Wasted. Neon light monsters keep waving their hands in my face. Wasted. The music is magic. I'm standing here stranded in space. Well, I've got Don Quixote notions filling my head. Tomorrow I'll be wiser and probably wish I was dead. I've never been this wasted before. Wasted. The shimmering ceiling is swirling around as I sing. Wasted. I don't know how I'll do it, but I'll get back on my thing. 'Cause you can live life in a hurry or you can make it last. You know, I'll choose the former 'cause the future is my past. I've never been this wasted before.
Nice. Very good. That came from the head. That came.
All my songs about liquor are so positive towards liquor, and my relational ones are so negative. This is really sad.
Well, you know, sometimes liquor's your best friend that night. I mean, if that's what you got, that's the way it is. You know, it's all good.
Thanks for the psychoanalysis session today.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Real self-reflection. Yeah, really.
Remind me, we'll get a couch up here next time. All right. Well, thank you, Granddad. Another drinking-related exposition. So, relaxation. Did you find your notes yet? You have. If not, you have time.
Yes, but I'm not sure which one to choose. Because it could either be like a poem where I wasn't that great mentally, or it could be one where I was in love, or just different things. I don't know what vibe I really want to go for.
Okay, well, how about both?
Okay, so this is kind of when I'm in love. So goes, I'm a bird with a broken wing. You are the healing hand that holds me when I try to fly. You comfort me and set me by a window so I can breathe fresh air. You feed me the seeds of sweet nothings and fill my ears with charming love songs. Your skin smells like fresh nectar and honey. It's soft and warm like a spring breeze. Your heartbeat is like the buzzing of bees. You share your soothing soul with me, and it feels like I'm in flight again. You are my rehabilitation. You are my home. You are my dreams. I'm dreaming. I'm a bird with a broken wing, ever so gently perching on your open hand, gazing softly into your gleaming eyes. As the rays of the sun kiss both of them, they are the blue sky. You place your other hand over me, shielding me from the light. I fall asleep with your warmth around me, dreaming. As your eyes become nighttime, your comfort becomes my pillow. Your heartbeat is my lullaby, and now I'm home, certain now.
The end.
All right, that's the end of that one.
Very nice. Well, no, like, very, very, very well written, I must say. I'm impressed. Yes.
Got a little nervous. I have like stage fright issues in real life.
It's okay. Hey, you know, look at this. This is great therapy up here, you know. So, if there's anything we can do to make you feel more comfortable, just let us know.
Okay. Okay, so this is one where I was younger. I was probably like 19 years old when I wrote this, but I was kind of in a depressing type of time in my life. So it goes, I'm feeding on denial's dinner plate. The main course is my mind, and the side dish is my dignity. A fork poking through my remaining sanity. A knife slicing into my thoughts, and a spoon scooping out my brain matter. There's blood splatter. My mind is alone. My soul just as heavy as my bones. I'm full of negativity, always thirsty for more. Life is a mess, but I'm cleaning up my bloody dishes. I'll be hungry again later. Secretly, I'm starving behind my heart's locked door.
Wow.
Nice.
That,
Very
that would be a
nice.
good. That would work as a rap.
Wow.
That is great.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you very much, Relaxation. I'm very impressed. That was an excellent poem, and I love the imagery in there. I love the analogies to food. Carried that out really well. Very well written. Very nice. I'm impressed. And come up to the stage anytime, and pretty soon you'll be over that real life stage fright and be able to belt out those show tunes. No problem.
Show tunes.
Show tunes, yes, yes. We'll have a open mic one day on show tunes, and we'll have it in the Blue Mojo Theater.
One singular sensation.
All right, so we're mining real gold here today in people's notebooks. I love it. Let's hear some more. Any other volunteers out there who have a poem that they put away in a piece of paper a long time ago, put it in the back of their desk, uncover that poem, dust it off, and bring it up. Let the world know. Let the world know what resides in that heart of yours, or your mind, or any other part of your anatomy. Poems come from everywhere. Okay, woofers. There we go.
Alright, this is kind of a long one. Don't be so hard on yourself. You are doing the best you can, and no matter what your mind says, it is enough. It is adequate. It is beautiful. Because whatever you do, whatever you make, comes from you, and you are you, and that's more than anyone could ever dream or ask for. That's it.
Well, very good.
Oh, I like that.
Nice.
That's a good.
Yes,
title,
very
yep.
nice. Absolutely. Very nice. Excellent. Thank you very much. So, for the newcomers that came out there, welcome to Open Mic. I see a couple of new names I think I haven't seen before, so welcome. Every Monday at 3 o'clock, we have a different topic for the week. I never know really week to week what we're going to do, but maybe we'll publish a schedule one of these days and get more thematic. And your cat went down?
No, my chat. BRB.
Your chat. Okay, that's a problem sometimes. Can't stand that. We have to relog. But we ought to write some Sansar poetry. Let's see. There once was a woman from Sansar. I'm stuck already. So come up. We could do this by a group. Any rhymes with Sansar?
Oh, Wally?
Yay.
Plansar. Oh, okay, that's great. I'll write that down. Plansar. I like that.
Plansar.
Oh, right. We got a poem here coming up, right after Wally. All right, Wally, thanks for coming up. Our very own Wally Sansar. Take it away,
All right,
Wally.
This was a poem written about me. I am tall, I am big, I am whom you like to see. I am like a tree of the forest. I have 4 branches that touch the ground. I do not eat grass from the ground as others do. You see me in a forest or a zoo. It's about giraffes.
I got it.
That was good. Thanks, Wally. That was great. So there once was a woman from there once was a woman from Sansar who we had no idea what her plans are. No, okay. So I tell you, we're gonna by the end of today we're gonna come up with this Sansar poem. So if anybody has rhymes with Sansar, keep it going. We had Glanzar, plans are good.
Dansar.
So we're doing
Dansar. There we go.
Limerick.
You know. So well, if nobody stands up, I'm going to work on this limerick here. So there once was a woman from Sansar
who asked where the store for the pants are. No. Who asked where friends are? No.
Okay, that I'll go with that. So what was that second line though? So when asked what?
I forgot it already.
This is when
I'm old.
When
where
asked what?
Where friends are.
I thought she said where the shoe
for
store.
The pants are. No,
the store for the pants are. That's it. Store for the pants are. So there once was a woman from Sansar who needed direction. No, who say that again? Who asked
where the store for the pants are.
Who asked where the pants are? When she got directed instead to the high heel shed.
Good. That's good.
She ended up wearing shoes where her glands are. I don't know.
Or wondering what these hands are. Never mind.
We're working on this. This is a work in progress. We got a whole 30 minutes to get this up to professional standards. So this is the creativity in motion section of the show. It may not be interesting. It may drag on, but that's the way it is.
Yeah, you did your favorite one, Rag. So I'll
yes.
do my favorite one. This is written by somebody else. I don't remember whom. It's called "The Dog's Lament." Are you going to eat that? Are you going to eat that? Are you going to eat that? I'll eat that. The
end. Yes, or the other dog poetry. Food.
Yeah. or ball.
Oh yes. A favorite. Oh yes. Big dog. Good to see you again. Haven't seen you all day. How are you today?
Hello everyone.
Hello.
I have several poems, but I'll just do one.
Well, we're gonna press those other 7 out of you, but you can start with one.
Okay. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah. Very well.
Yes.
This is called So Glad. I get so glad now that I want to write a poem. The wind outside blowing. The time has come, the night has fell, and I hear the ancient memory bell. Watching the space around me through angles and emotions, somewhere between heaven and hell. Just in the space around me there is happy and sad. The world around me, the world outside is miserable and glad. There is a person like me, glad so bad. The summer was hot this year in Maine. I'm thrilled it's going. Royal Empire apples are a treat from apple stores out glowing. Autumn leaves are deep purple and bright yellow again. I walk through the countryside. Disc golf is so grand. The leaves falling, the memories flowing. The basket gets so ripe, the ace could be near the side I'm towing. In the evening when I'm settling down, I get so glad. I want to find more of a poem. Time moves so slow on one side, and my thoughts just keep growing. Autumn again, and the disc golf is so grand. And there is my guitar in the usual stand. There you go.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Oh, when did you write that, Big Dog?
I wrote that a little while back. It's just one of the pieces of poetry that I have in my collection. I couldn't find them all, so I'm sorry about that.
That's okay, but so is this something you do regularly, though?
Oh, sure. I write poems, and I play music, and I write songs.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Well, that's great. Great to know. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Hey, thank
And we may call you back up here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, Woofers, we haven't heard a Woofers poem in about 5 minutes now.
Oh god, I literally. Oh, just kidding. Terj wrote one, huh?
Oh, we have somebody out there, Terj. My chat window disappeared. Come on, come back here.
I can read it. It's okay. All right. This is from Terj. This is not really poetry, but I put down a few words on the fly. Being social and relaxing with friends, the meaning of life isn't in working too hard or being stressed out. It's in the people you connect with every day. True friends are a powerful influence on a happy life, and finding and keeping strong friendships is a major priority in life. Friends help you to have fun and solve the boredom of work or school focus monotony. Family is the great joy of life, the natural result of that other great poetic force, love. Emotions are high when family is involved, as caring and friendship. Where you find this in these days where people are more isolated and alone than ever before in Sanzar. And that's it. Yeah, good.
Well, thank you, Terj. Nice, very nice.
Nice.
Woofers, can you take over? My chat has crashed and I can't read any. There's nothing there, so I'm just gonna relog. So take over, please.
Okie dokie.
Take it away, Woofers.
Does anybody else want to come up and read some other poetry not written by them or something about poetry, kind of like what Terj did? Because that's totally fine. Please feel free to. Oh, people are leaving. No. Oh, there they are. Anybody?
Yeah, I
Oh,
can.
Granddad.
I'll fill the slot.
Sure. Thank you.
Oh, I'm not that short. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm not that tall. I'm not that short. That's the beginning of the poem. I'm not that short. I'm not that tall.
All right, great start.
Okay. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So this is just one of my favorite poems. Seeing how it's winter out, I'm gonna go ahead and read it. It's by Robert Frost, called "Wind and Window Flower."
Awesome.
Lovers, forget your love, and list to the love of these. She a window flower, and he a winter breeze. When the frosty window veil was melted down at noon, and the caged yellow bird hung over her in tune, he marked her to the pane. He could not help but mark, and only passed by her to come again at dark. He was a winter wind, concerned with ice and snow, dead weeds and unmated birds, and little of love could know. But he sighed upon the seal, he gave the sash a shake, as witness all within who lie that night awake. Perchance he half prevailed to win her for the flight from the firelit looking glass and warm stove window light. But the flower leaned aside and thought of naught to say, and morning found the breeze 100 miles away. Thank you.
Very nice.
That's a person who could write poetry.
I tell you, the talent that's coming out of the audience here today is just impressive. And thank you so much for sharing with us today. So, Dr. Fran, you want to read out that? Well, Granddad, you have to read your
Granddad
Sansar
has
poem
one.
first. So you started this, so you could read it from there if you want.
We have Sansar limericks. Cool. Mine was, and we don't know any Germans, right? In Sansar, there once was a German in Sansar who tried to drive his gray Panzer. No sit points at he, so he had no glee, so he just became a DJ and trancer. This is a story of Sansar.
Yay.
I get it.
Very good.
Very appropriate to the next product meetup.
All right, Doctor, you're next.
Oh, okay. There once was a lady from Sansar whose ears were as big as her hands are. When the Nexus asked why, she replied with a sigh, and that was the sum of her answer.
Great. Yeah, I'm making progress on my Sansar poem. But I'm stuck on the second line. No, I'm just kidding. By the end of the show, we will have a Sansar, a nice, an official Sansar, Lacey approved limerick. What? Yeah, well, no, you gave us a crucial rhyme there with Sansar. Plans are so that was crucial, Lacey. You can't be replaced here. You just irreplaceable.
Henry wrote one, sorta.
Yeah, I like
about,
that.
Henry, want us to read it? Wolfers will read it for you.
All right. He said this is dedicated to Valk and Tiki. Ball is not a balloon. July is not June. Movie is not cartoon. And K-pop is not tuned.
Yep.
Yep. The too playfulist.
Thanks, Henry. I mean, you should have fun writing poetry, limericks, and silly rhymes, because sometimes that's what you need. Get you through the day. I wish I could show you the sunset that's happening here. It's poetry in sunsets. So it's a very nice sunset. All right, so there once was a woman from Sansar who, when asked what her plans are, there we go. I'm writing this down so I won't forget it. I have to submit it to the Noble Committee. Who was asked what her plans are and go ahead. So carry on. Don't mind me. I'm just the MC here, trying to fill out my show. So.
Granddad wrote another one.
Okay, Granddad. Take it away, Granddad.
I don't have a last line, but
okay, we'll figure it out. By the time you read it, we'll figure it out.
Well, that's what at one product meeting in Sansar, when we all ask what the plans are, no roadmap to share, but what do we care? something.
Because in VR we know where our hands are.
Yeah. Woo.
And I tell you, it may take an hour to get this brain cooking, but it gets up to a slow simmer, before you know.
Boiling now.
No, I wouldn't go that far. It's more like, it's a little bit warmer, but getting there. So Wolfers, what do you think about today's show on poetry? That was a good suggestion out of the woodwork. Out of the woodwork. Who knew what kind of response we'd get on a subject like that, poetry? But it reaches deep within people, and it's great to see people have those notebooks and they write poetry every day. It's really impressive.
Lots of talent. Yeah.
Lots of talent for sure. So does anybody else have any hidden gems that they'd like to tell
Wally
the
again?
rest of the crowd? Wally, our very own Wally. Come on, Wally.
Our favorite.
This is a poem from the 90s that was written by Stephen Nelson and Thomas Sharp. As a collaborative effort that I really enjoyed when I was a kid. I used to listen to this one all the time. A cloud of smoke, and he appears, the master of surprise. Who's that cunning man behind that shadowy disguise? Nobody knows for sure, but the bad guys are out of luck. Darkwing Duck.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
Bravo.
You want to explore the deep metaphorical meanings behind that?
Yeah, he was a duck. Fought crime.
It all makes sense to me now.
Deep
profound.
Deep. One of my favorite lyricists, Tom Waits. He's got a lot of great
Love him.
rhymes and stuff. So I was just looking for something here, but I don't want to. You could just Google it and put some stuff out there. Just listen to some deep guttural rhyme. All right. So has anybody else found anything floating around or
Daisy
3D
put
space?
something in chat.
Miheka.
Oh.
Monroe.
Oh, sorry, I can't do that because there's no one nearby. I don't know what that means. I think I have to relog.
Good day.
Okay. All right. The Relog poem.
What's happening with the chat?
Tried to talk, but couldn't utter a word. Saw an elephant, but it looked like a bird. I better relog. That's it. That's the poem. Not good, but it's a poem. Welcome back, Miheka. Fastest relog in the West.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Take this kiss upon the brow, and in parting from you now, thus much let me avow. You are not wrong who deem that my days have been a dream. Yet if hope has flown away in a night or in a day, in a vision or in none, is it therefore the less gone? All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. I stand amid the roar of a surf tormented shore, and I hold within my hand grains of the golden sand. How few, yet how they creep through my fingers to the deep. While I weep, oh God, can I not grasp them with a tighter clasp? Oh God, can I not save one from the pitiless wave? Is all that we see or seem but a dream within a dream? And that was from Edgar Allan Poe, A Dream Within a Dream.
Yay.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
very nice.
Yay.
I like
it, Poe. Thank you.
Very
Yeah.
nice. A dream within a dream.
Good job, Miheka.
Kind of like
I
our
also
VR
like
world here.
I also like the same from Alan Parsons project. They made that album, Edgar Allan Poe album. It's really nice music also to the poems.
Mm-hmm. Alan Parsons Project, is that what you said?
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Very nice. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
I hear the frogs in the distance here. They have a chorus of poetry every night. The ribbit poem. Ribbit. Oh yeah. Well. There's this great joke. I guess you call it a poem of sorts. So there was these two frogs, and they were talking to each other, and one of them says, "Eat it," and the other one says, "I don't want it." The frog tells him back, "Eat it." The other frog says, "I don't want it." So the first frog finally says, "So don't eat it." If you didn't hear that clearly, so don't eat it. Anyhow, that's the frog poem for today.
Nice.
So I guess both frogs were named Eat It.
So I didn't hear that. What?
I just said, I guess both frogs were named Eat It.
Ah, yes, our frog friends. Do like frogs. Any other animal poetry out there? There's got to be a lot of cat poems out there, like I wanna scratch my nails on that scratching post. I'm a kitty with a tail and a hunger with the most. Anyhow, that's my kitty voice. I got to work on the kitty voice, right? So that's why we're up here, though. Be spontaneous, work on your kitty voice, tell animal poems, and wait for somebody to volunteer another great hidden poetry gem. And Henry, you posted something I don't know the answer to. Does anybody? The Vici Grand Event. What was that? Vinny Vici. Vinny Vicky? Vinny Vici.
This